I would like you all to grab yourself a pen and paper because I'm going to give you some important information. Everybody, Brent, everybody, write this information down because we're going to pierce through this information little by little. You're going to want to know what everything is that I'm going to name. So I'm going to go ahead and go start now. I don't want to delay. So everybody should know that this sheet we have is called buyrealwater.com. It's a website. And you should know that we've been sued because, in fact, sued by a class action lawsuit. So when you read it, you'll see that people alleged that we were making fraudulent claims about this water. Well, what I noticed is I shared that information in a group the other day, and a lot of people became curious. And so I was able to tell them the story. And again, we have to think about telling stories. So that's why I want you to write this down. So let me kind of go over this as quickly as possible.
Is it Buy Real Water or buyrealwaternow.com?
Buy Real Water Now. Let me make sure. Buyrealwaternow.com. Sorry, buyrealwaternow.com. And I'll go further into the story. The claim, basically, the proof for people about the claim that was made, and that's especially the claim about stable negative ions. Just so you know, and Kathy, you have checked through, and in fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you share some of the parts of the article that we've been working on. But what we found is that even the people claiming that they have stable or negative ions, they haven't been able to prove it. Am I right, Kathy?
Well, Essentia says they have negative ions, but they just say that they have ionized. They don't say
I can say from my research, I have not found any other than Real Water that has said they have stabilized.
Right. But hold up. I had Kathy do this research. So Kathy, did you hear me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, there were only a couple of places that said that they could, but it failed every time that they tried.
Every time, every test failed.
Mm-hmm.
So here is the pressure. The company, Real Water, under the pressure, they have to prove now. They're in a class action lawsuit. So they proved it by independent lab testing. Independent lab testing is the way to go. A third party, someone that's not part of your organization. So an independent lab had to test it. And the overwhelming evidence, and it's right there on the website, the overwhelming evidence is that Real Water does what it claimed it does. The proof was undeniable. The law firm was, the law firm was then cornered. And the paper says it was checkmate, and they went home with their tails between their legs. You all need to read the piece. So basically, there are two main reasons to make Real Water such a phenomenal product. Brent went over this. First, it's the alkaline, and second, the most important, is the infusion of stable negative ions or ionization. And this second part, the most important part, is what makes the foundation of the E2 technology. Now, we're going to take these kinds of stories. Stories are right there. You do not have to work to get the stories. All you have to do is use the water. The water will help you generate the stories. I have Kathy has a testimony. I'm going to let her give it at the end. But what I want everybody to do is write down these bullet points, and I'm going to explain them a little later. I won't get to them today, but I want everybody to have them. Number one, profile funnels. Write that down. And you want to know, what are profile funnels? I'm going to show you how to set up a profile funnel for your Facebook account. And let me tell you, it's free, and it's a great way to turn profile creepers into what I call new Facebook group members, and you eventually get more leads for your marketing funnels. And I'm talking about leads without having to pay a lot of advertising dollars. In some cases, zero advertising dollars. You're going to put a profile up, a profile banner. You don't have to write this part down. I'm just going to tell you a catchy intro, which we'll talk about, and links to anywhere you want. Particularly, you're going to have links going to your landing page at Get Real Abundance. Now, the other thing is you're going to know your niche market. Your niche market are going to be individuals that are interested in health, interested in wellness. Those are the kind, that's your niche, that's your market. And it's a large market, folks. And from this market, I'm going to show you all how to collect emails from new members into the group that we've just created. We created that group a couple of weeks ago. We're going to start really moving that group. Actually today, I'm going to be sending you all, everybody, some information for that group as soon as this call is over. So I'll be up working on this. Then the next thing, I want you to write this down. Direct members to your, you're going to direct members to your website or that landing page with what we call an opt-in form. That opt-in form, I'm going to be sending you that this evening. So I'll be asking everybody to give me your email addresses here. The next thing that I want to go over with you is after we do the, after you think about that opt-in form, the next thing that we're going to do is show you how to scrape data of your current members. So that's another way you can generate leads, is by scraping your group member data. Just write scrape data. That's it. That's what I want you to write down as we move forward. The next thing, how are some tactics about Facebook Lives? In other words, I want to share with you how to use Facebook Live to get you a lot of members or a lot of leads. Now, how will we do that? Well, I'm going to go live. I did last week, but starting every Thursday, we're going to go to live on 5 different platforms. So we'll be talking about how to make money here, but we'll be live in a variety of platforms. And those people on the live, what I want you to watch is I want you to watch them make comments into our comment box. We'll all be able to see that on the live page. And that will start next week. So I just want you to bullet point the live part. Next thing, and when we do, let me just go back to the live part. We will be able to record live talk. We will be able to talk to different neighborhoods, and we'll even record the lives and experience of our buyers. And I'll talk to you about that. But the next thing is Facebook stories. So stories work on almost every Facebook social channel. In 2020, they aren't going to disappear. I found that out as I did my research. Instead, stories will become even more popular in this year, actually in 2021. So how should you as an MLM or as a direct marketer, how should you use these stories? Well, first of all, you need to know that the Facebook stories disappear in 24 hours. Write that down. So when you put up a story, it only lasts for 24 hours and then that story disappears. So I'm going to show you how to put together your material to build that story. The next thing I want you to write down, bullet point, chat bots, ChatBots. Now on Facebook, I'm just explaining it. On Facebook, chat bots work really well. I use them every day. Even though some chat bots may cause confusion, they still are very beneficial, especially for you as an agent. You have to deal with various tasks and don't always have time to answer messages on Facebook. So you can then use these chat boxes to help you gather information and answer messages when people are trying to reach you about either purchasing the product or wanting to find out some information about the product. Next thing I want you to write down, posting frequency and time. So you probably want to know, when will you post in these groups? Because remember, we're going to be posting in groups. When's the frequency that you have to post? Do you have to schedule posting? So I want you to just bullet point that, because we're going to come back and go over the posting frequency and time. Bullet point this, long descriptions. Now, I'm going to explain this. Visuals are first in a social media network. You want to have visuals and other graphics and things like that. You need that. That's why videos work real well. And that's why on Monday, and mark this down, on Monday, we will be doing a podcast on Real Water every Monday at approximately the same time, 7 o'clock, around this time. I think I'm going to do it 2 hours early, but I'll give you the schedule. So we'll be doing that. And on Wednesday, we'll be doing that. So that's separate. The Tuesday and Thursday are our meetings, but we're going to do podcasts with people, new people coming in that want information about the product. In fact, we're going to set that up so that we can have a back and forth discussion with people that are going to come from the podcast. Now, in putting together the descriptions that I'm telling you about, you're also going to need long descriptions on your Facebook page. And they're very significant, and they're a very good way to generate leads are these long descriptions. So if you're used to long descriptions, just so you know, or if you rather use them, or if you're used to them, there's more of a chance that people will comment on your post if you're using long descriptions, and that's what you want. If you write a short description, it's not, you probably aren't going to get people to pay any attention to it, but the long descriptions when you're posting, this increases the interaction on your page. It increases interaction, which means increased engagement, which means more organic leads. And that's our objective for everybody here in the room right now. Our objective is to get organic leads, because those are the kind of leads that are going to really pay. The next, links within group posts are a proven lead magnet. So when you post, I'm going to attach some other links. And one of the links, let's say you're posting a section from buyrealwaternow.com. Say you found something, you read it, oh, wow, I need to share this information with people. So you would share that information, but you also are going to put the link in there. So that link will help follow that person so that you will get that person as your lead. Now, what I'm setting up on the link, and Brent, you just now are knowing this, is I'm making it somewhat like an affiliate. So anybody that hits that link of this information, Buy Real Water Now, they're automatically going to come to your page and come to you. And that's a technical feature that I've been working on. I'll have that done by next Thursday. Next bullet point that I want you to write down, and I think that this one is critical. Links in image descriptions lead to even more conversions. So social media posts with image generates 2.3 times more engagements than those without an image there. So we all know that. What you might know now is that images posted in groups generate even more engagement than links posted outside of groups. So that's why we'll be posting in groups. Since members of any group generally trust each other, they tend to spend more time interacting with images posted within the group and are more likely to comment and share images when they're using public Facebook. Now, it's important that what I'm really saying is that you're going to want to have the product, and you're going to want to take images of that product in various places. Those images will pique folks' interest, and they will try to contact you, especially when we're dealing with the subject on health and they run into some health issues. Okay. Next subject. Bullet point this, and this is a real important one. It's called Facebook group watch parties. Those we're going to implement these watch parties on Monday and Wednesday. Again, these are going to be live stream watch parties, but we also are going to watch party this event. So this event at 5 o'clock East Coast, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock West Coast. This will be a watch party, and you're going to see a lot more people are going to join these groups. So we'll have them here, and we can then tell them about our Monday and Wednesday interactive times when we do the podcast. Now, key Facebook groups for marketing and leads. I want you to write that down as a bullet point. Key Facebook groups for marketing and leads. As you already know, group marketing, as I've already talked about for the last 4 weeks, is an important opportunity for all of us to consider if we're serious about maximizing how Facebook generates leads, or maximizing the leads we get. So if we use this concept, these groups, alongside with other digital marketing tools, which I'm going to get into, such as the landing page that all of you should have. I know you have one, Kathy. A landing page for email marketing and blogging, a significant return on investment can be produced or engendered. As always, the key to leads is what I call value and authenticity. And we'll get into that, but I don't want you to bullet point that stuff yet. Now, leads are the lifeblood of business, and Facebook groups for marketing and social media, in a general sense, is a powerhouse opportunity that's here to stay and one that businesses are using every day. Now, if you're one of or more than 2.4 billion people on Facebook, you have probably already figured out a way to deal with filtering out the many potential notifications, right? Everybody here, and I'm sure you see them, Kathy, gets these notifications. Some may consider Facebook spam messages that could be you receiving maybe a message and I call them spam when I see them in my email. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to avoid being considered a spammer. So I'm going to tell you that. So when you're not spamming, you're going to be able to attract what is called organic traffic. Now, I want you to really write this down. Organic traffic. Organic traffic is already pre-qualified in terms of people that know, like, and trust. Remember that word? Know, like, and trust? Well, we're back to it. Know, like, and trust you based on the type of valuable content that you put on the web. The valuable content that you're going to put is either health related, related to our product, or related to helping someone in either wellness, or it could be helping someone just manage their Facebook page in other ways might not have anything to do with health and wellness. The key is that you're providing a service. You're serving people and you're providing information that will help a person move forward instead of backwards. Therefore, if you dedicate a couple of months to organic marketing, which is what we're doing now, you're going to all reap immediate benefits that far surpass a few ads that we put out there. And that's where we're going. So there are two things that you need to happen before you get regular leads out of Facebook. Okay, you'll need to become visible, real visible, and you'll need the right kind of value. So I want you to write that down. You'll need to become very visible, and you're going to need the right kind of value. We're almost done. I told you this is going to be short, but I want to deal with these bullets. At the beginning, and whenever you join a new Facebook group and you start posting and interacting with the members in that group, in that Facebook group, your initial engagement rate of your posts and comments is going to be low. And I'm going to want to examine that. The phenomenon is due to Facebook's algorithm, right? The algorithm is the thing that's smart and really doing the work. So only if and when you show consistency, Facebook's going to see it, will your post be automatically shown to more members of the group. Now, everybody think about this. This is one of the most important parts of today that I'm showing you. That what we're going to do is we're going to be consistent in posting regularly every day. So everybody, that put your email address in the box right now, because we're going to end. So we're going to end on this. I want everybody to concentrate on 2 to 3 awesome, and I mean awesome, Facebook groups. That's what we're going to do. That's the idea. We're going to just take 2 to 3 Facebook groups. Now I want you to find those 2 to 3 groups, and I want you to present them to me in an email. I'm going to send you out where those groups are. I'm going to email that to you today, and then you're going to send that back to me. And then I'm going to go through those groups next Thursday. So that's your homework. And we're going to stop here. Your homework is you're going to look for 2 to 3 relevant Facebook groups. And then we're going to start posting in those groups next week. I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to show you how to find those groups. You're going to find 2 to 3 Facebook groups, and then you're going to send them back to me. And I'm going to show you how to work them. Most groups are not against getting leads from the group per se. But you just need to know they are against spamming. They're against self promos, something for yourself. They're against that. So we have to be very careful.